Well, hello, my YouTube fellows and gals. So today, if you're new to my channel, my name is Tammy. I own a used bookstore. I sell books, and if you can purchase them through my Etsy, and you can check out just like you check out at Amazon. I do special orders for people. If you're local, you can come and pick up. So this is lot 67, and we are on Action and Suspense. And these books are all going to be softbacks, and they're $2.50 each. And what I do is I take 10 books in each category when I do the categories, and I read the synopsises, which is what the book's about. If you are a Kindle or Nook person, I'm also a resource place. So you don't always have to buy books from me, but you can go find some good books. Because I happen to love books. I have always loved to read. So here is book number 1. It's called Dreaming in Color. This is a 1993 copyright. And this is what the book's about. Bobby Sultan is a woman on the run from a violent marriage. With her 6-year-old daughter, she finds refuge in a rambling house on the Connecticut shore. Hired as a living companion to Alma Ogilvy, Bobby helps the retired headmistress regain her independence, but Bobby's battered appearance has a startling effect, especially on Eva Roll. Alma's niece and a successful author, 3 very different women, grapple with dreams of haunted past and yet form a tenuous bond. But just as they begin to look to the future, the past catches up with them in a violent climax that threatens everything they have come to trust. So this is book number 1. Book number 2, I actually like the title of this. I think it's cute. It's called The Devil Wears Prada. This is by Lauren Weisberger. This is a 2008 copyright, and this is what the book is about. They're in the greatest city on earth. They've earned career success and first-class travel, been to the right parties, enjoyed luxuries large and small. Now they're nearing 30. One night at a Manhattan bar, 2 of the friends make a pact to change their lives. One watches from the sidelines. Their friendship is forever, but everything else is on the table. Emmy was this close to the ring and the baby she's always wanted until her boyfriend left her for his 23-year-old personal trainer. Her friends insist, and all around the world's sex-fueled adventure will solve all her problems. Leigh, as a young publishing star, is within striking distance of landing her dream job and marrying her dream guy. Only when she meets Jesse Chapman, the literary world's brilliant and brooding infant terrible, does she notice the cracks in her perfect life. Adriana is drop-dead gorgeous with the kind of feminine wiles made only in Brazil. But as her supermodel mother keeps reminding her, beauty is ephemeral and she won't have her pick of men forever. So I like this, and even if it's under another category, because some of these I think people tell me were under romance, it doesn't matter because when I read the synopsis, I pick up on what I pick up on. So my categories are just how I see them. And if you want any of the information on any of these books, you can also go to my description below, and I will have the name and the title of the author and the ISBN number so you can go track it down. So this is book number 2. Book number 3. We have Trial by Ordeal by Craig Parshall. This is actually a 2006 copyright. This is what, it's got like a little bit of a line back here and some smudging where a sticker was. And this is what it's about. Pursuing a good real estate investment, the young professor stumbles onto a prime chunk of property in downtown Chicago. It just has an old church building to be cleared away, but the dream deal turns into an ordeal when Kevin discovers he signed a contract with the mob, one he can't deliver on. With death threats coming from the mob boss and lawsuits piling up, the one bright spot in his new love interest, Tess, until he finds out she's a rabid architectural preservationist. What else can go wrong? Don't ask. Kevin hires an attorney to untangle the mess. The guy turns out to be a master of legal intimidation and dirty tricks. When he starts dispensing pain and chaos, Kevin has to run for his life. He ends up finding sanctuary at a local rescue mission. The lawyers keep ringing the cash register while the bell tolls for Kevin, and he begins to wonder if there's somebody who can bring justice to all the torment. And there you go. Book 3. Book number 4 is called Season of Shadows by Paul McCusker. This could have potentially been a library book. Yep, it was. Because it's the way the pages kind of laminated, and then you have marker right there. I go through all of these books from front to back to make sure the pages are there and nothing's ripped as I go through them. This is a 2005 copyright, and this is what the book is about. The night before, January 1940, the night before had been so ordinary as Julie Harris played a charming socialite at another of her husband's high society, Washington parties. But that morning, Julie awoke to find herself a widow forced to deal with the scandal surrounding the Stuart Harris death and with the shocking and suspected secrets of his life. Now her search for the truth about her late husband has brought Julie to wartime London. Posting as an aide at the U.S. Embassy, she sets out to fulfill her mission, infiltrate a radical fascist group, a group with mysterious ties to her husband's past. As Hitler's savage air blitz against London commences, Julie finds herself swept into a whirlwind of clashing experiences, of glittering parties set against the firestorm of night bombings and of treachery covered by a veneer of smiles and fair words. In a world where nothing is as it seems, and where the best of intentions can inspire the worst of actions, whom can Julie trust? Only, one man may hold the answer, and with it, hope not only amid of war-torn London, but in the face of Julie's private struggle. So there you go. Book number 4. Book number 5, we have Look Again by Lisa Scottoline. This is a 2009 copyright. It's got a little mark right there. And I think that was it. And this is, the synopsis on this is what the book is about. When Ellen Gleason gets a "Have you seen this child" flyer in the mail, she almost throws it away. But something about it makes her look again, and her heart stops. The child in the photo looks exactly like her adopted son, Will. Everything inside her tells her to deny the similarity between her son and the boy in the photo because she knows her adoption was lawful. But she's a journalist and won't be able to stop thinking about the photo until she gets to the truth. And she can't shake the question. If Will rightfully belongs to someone else, should she keep him or give him up? Ellen makes the wrenching decision to investigate, uncovering clues no one was meant to uncover, and when she digs too deep, she risks losing her life and that of the son she loves. In this emotionally charged, heart-pounding thriller, Lisa Scottoline is broken new ground. Look Again questions the very essence of parenthood and raises the moral quandary that will haunt readers long after they finish the last page, leaving them with the ultimate question: what would I do? So there you go. Book 5, and that sounds really good. Book number 6. We have Broken Verses by Kamila Shamsie. This is a 2005 copyright, and this is what the book is about. In 1986, Pakistan's greatest poet was found brutally murdered, beaten to death by government thugs. 2 years later, his lover, fearless activist Samini Akram, disappeared. Her daughter, Asami, has always assumed her mother simply abandoned her since she had left so many times before, following the poet into exile. But now working at Pakistan's first independent TV station, Asami runs into old friends of her mother's, whom hands her a letter written recently in the poet and Samini's secret code. As more letters arrive, Asami becomes certain that they will lead her to Samina. Despite menacing signs, the disbelief of her family, and the worries of her new lover, Asmani decodes the letters and searches for their source. If she manages to locate it, will she find what she's looking for? Merging with the personal with the political, Broken Verses is at once a thrilling journey through the modern-day Pakistan, a carefully coded mystery, and an intimate mother-daughter story that asks how to forgive a mother who leaves. So that is book number 6. Book number 7, we have Night Over Water by Ken Follett. This is a 2004 copyright. And let's see. On September 1939, England is at war with Nazi Germany, and Southampton, the world's most luxurious airliner, the legendary Pan Am Clipper, takes off for its final flight to neutral America. Aboard are the cream of society and the dregs of humanity, all fleeing the war for reasons of their own, shadowed by a danger they do not know exists, and heading straight into the storm of violence, intrigue, and betrayal. So there is book 7. Book number 8, we have Mortal Threat by A.J. Tata. This is a 2015 copyright. This is what the book's about. Medical school student Amanda Garrett and American doctors work secretly in Africa have found a cure for the Ebola and human immunodeficiency viruses. Leaders of the Islamic State are determined to steal the formula so they can show the world Islam is the benevolent religion that all Africans should follow. The President of the United States believes an alleged 30,000 a year sub-Saharan religious text called the Book of Catalyst identifies him as being of divine origin. As Amanda operates her portion of the clandestine CIA Project Nightingale in a Tanzanian orphanage, she's attacked and chased by brutal killers called the Leopard and the Cheetah. Amanda has 48 hours to escape across the Serengeti Plain before the formula expires. The Islamic State escalates attacks as freshly converted fighters from Africa. Yet the American president chooses not to deploy sufficient forces to save the USA Special Forces troops assisting in the air war against ISIS. As the action unfolds, Amanda finds herself at the center of a clash between warring media titans Jonathan Beckwith and Zor of Razik, who are following her every step toward Old Duvai Gorge, which some scientists claim to be the origin of human life. Boy, these words are tough. So here is book 8. Book number 9, we have Jealous Woman by James M. Cain. This is a 1950 copyright, and this is what it's about. A marriage mix-up and an insurance scam. And there's really no synopsis on this. It just gives a couple quotes. No one has ever quite pulled it off the way Cain does. Not Hemingway, not Raymond Chandler by Tom Wolfe. Cain can get down to greed and sex in fewer words than any writer we know by the New York Times. And that's about all you get. So you get a marriage mix-up and an insurance scam. That's all you get. That was book 8 or 9. Book number 10 and the last book of today is Shaiton's Fire by Jake Thoene. If I'm butchering these names, I'm sorry. This is a 2002 copyright. A spark, a chain reaction, and a fire of terrorism explodes in America again. Following a vicious attack in San Francisco, the FBI's new domestic counterterrorism unit, Chapter 16, races to capture the perpetrators. Special Agent Steve Alstead faces a crisis in his family and his faith, but he pursues the suspected terrorist. He discovers a more sinister pearl that threatens the security of countless lives in America itself. So that is book 10 of the day. And like I said, everything you want to know is in the description. And with that being said, whatever time zone you're in, I hope you're having a great one. And I'll see you soon. Bye.